Hi, folks. Welcome back. It's the two old crazy folks, Monica Brinkman and Ken Ween. And we've been talking about government and its stupidity and all that stuff. And today I thought I'd like to talk about tariffs. And I don't like to brag, but I actually have my bachelor's degree in economics many, many years ago. Back when we were using barter system where I'd bring beads and you'd bring deer venison or whatever, but I have it. And actually, I even got inducted into some honor society back then. I don't even remember. I never went to the meeting. But anyway, I do know a little about economics. Now, tariffs have a place. For example, if you have an industry that really you need to keep alive for protection of your military, okay, and it really can't compete with other, then yeah, you might use a tariff or a national policy or something to keep that business going. There are times. There are some times when things swing so much, like in the dairy industry, that you might want to have a kind of a tariff agreement where a quota system, so that if for some reason the cost of producing milk in this country goes way up, then the milk from Canada can't come rushing down here and drive those, we want to protect, so you have that. There are places for tariffs, but most of the world has agreed for a long time, tariffs hurt everyone.
Yes.
Okay. Now we have the chaos king in Washington right now, who is using tariffs as a threat. He's throwing tariffs out there to
He's
upset.
blackmailing.
Yeah,
Let's say it.
what it is.
He is blackmailing. He's a bully and he's blackmailing.
Yeah, that's another way of putting it. So I'm going to talk about what happened some time ago with the governor then of New York State and the Iroquois Nation, which is the tribal group up in the northern part of the state. And the governor, I believe it was Eliot Spitzer, a name that will live in infamy, decided that he wanted to end the exemption from state taxes on tobacco on the reservations. And he said, that's what I'm going to do. And the tribe said, well, perhaps you should come up here and talk about that with us. And not wanting to sound too crazy, the governor said, okay. And the tribe said, great, we'll have this meeting. How are you going to get here? And Spitzer said, well, I'll drive up. The New York Thruway goes right. He says, oh, but you can't travel on the New York Thruway. We're closing it. That goes through our land. Needless to say, the governor backed off. Unfortunately, very few beside the Chinese, but Europe is too, to some degree, are prepared to say to Mr. Trump, we don't care.
See, that's what I don't understand.
Yeah, you Americans are going to get hurt, but enough are going to say it. And the more important thing that Americans don't understand is that all kinds of trade deals are going on. The Japanese have said, oh, we'll talk to you about the tariffs. But meanwhile, folks, the Japanese are letting the dollar, putting away the dollar. They've been sending their dollars overseas. They're no longer keeping it as a reserve currency. Okay? A lot of countries that are saying, oh, we'll talk, are saying now, let's talk more about using other currencies to buy oil. Okay. One of the reasons Benghazi happened, and again, we're very unusual. We tell people these things that the rest of the world don't want to talk about. Benghazi was about protecting the dollar. Gaddafi of Libya wanted to go to the gold to buy and sell oil. And that was a threat to the United States and Britain, who are very heavily invested in keeping the dollar as the central currency. If the dollar is not the central currency of the world, guess what, folks? It becomes worth less. And as it becomes worth less, your dollars at Walmart or whatever are
Isn't
going
that
to.
their goal, Ken? Isn't
Now,
that their goal?
now, all of these things are going on while people are playing and talking with Donald Trump. Ultimately, most of them are shining him on. They're telling him we're conceding when they're absolutely doing nothing of the sort. You're going to wake up one day and you're going to find out when you go to Walmart and you buy those clothes that are being made in Bangladesh and in Vietnam, which is where our producers have gone to make them. Okay.
Yes.
That when
Our
you go to buy those clothes, they're going to cost more, which means you're going to buy less clothing. It means you're going to have less clothing. And I'm sorry to tell you that even if you decide that you're going to make your own clothes, a lot of that fabric you're going to want is going to
the
be coming.
fabric has gotten outrageous. I'm a sewer.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
bottom line here, folks, okay, whether you believe me or not is up to you. But the bottom line is that you are the ones who are being suckered. Now, I don't know why. I mean, part of it is that the man's dumb. I'm sorry, he's just stupid. But another part of it is that he is a bully who tries to get people to fold. Now, I'm going to just point out to you that every attempt he has made in his own life to be the bully and to win, unless he's paid people off, he hasn't won.
No.
Most of his businesses go bankrupt.
He's failed. He's a loser.
Yeah. And the reason they go bankrupt is that he's dumb.
Now, what he does is he goes in and takes every bit of money he can out of them,
Oh, yeah.
and then
Well,
lets everyone else go to you know what.
yeah. Nobody in New York will do business with the man
Right.
anymore unless they're paid up front. Okay. So
Exactly.
now here it is, folks. You heard it here. Okay. This tariff chaos is going to hurt you. So please, please start writing your congressman. Tell them you don't want them following Donald J. Trump off the frigging cliff. It's time for us to give up being lemmings and stand for the well-being of America, which is funnily what he said he wanted, right?
Right.
Somehow he
So
is
if
the
it's not
candidate of protecting America. Ha!
if it's not working, if he's not capable, it's up to us to take the reins and save it for him.
So get those letters and emails and phone calls off, folks. No more lemmings. How about that for a hashtag? No more lemmings. No more
No more
lemmings.
lemmings. See you
Have
next
a
time,
great one,
folks.
folks.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.